Let's resume our eye on South Korea coverage. Christy Lustau joins us again from Daejeon, South Korea.
Hey there, I'm at Kaist University, the so-called MIT of South Korea. Now, earlier, I introduced you to the concept electric car here. Now, this is the concept electric bus. Some key stats here from this panel display. We could see that this bus is about 96% charged up, and its efficiency rate 72%. Now, once again, this bus is powered by an electric rail that's embedded in the asphalt here and is wirelessly transmitted to coils underneath the bus. So this number means that of all that juice coming in through the road, it's picking up about 72% of it, which is not bad. But is this the green auto technology we've been waiting for? I know the person to ask that question. It's the president of this university, Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, and he joins me now on the bus. Nam Pyo-seok.
Hi, Christy. How are you?
Nice to see you on the bus.
Very nice to see you.
Now, is this technology being powered by the road, is it better than plug-in or hybrid?
Well, all of that implies that if you use plug-in and a hybrid, there's a battery, or you have to burn hydrocarbon that generates CO2. The whole idea here is not to generate any CO2 and then deal with this global warming. And also at the same time, we don't need large batteries, which cost a lot of money and very heavy. So at least in my opinion, that's not going to be very economical. So this is a way of producing a car or a bus that's cheaper than conventional bus and cheaper than conventional cars, and at the same time deal with our long-term issues like environment, energy, and that's the reason we are working on this.
But is it cheaper to roll out? Because you're not only creating and kitting out a bus like this, you have to recreate the roads, the road infrastructure of, let's say, an entire country. How much does that cost?
We have done the analysis because we compared the cost of putting this underground cable system versus having a station where you have to charge the battery.
Yeah.
And when you compare all the costs, it turns out that this is going to cost about somewhere around 30 to 20, I would say about 30% of the cost of installing all battery system. So we think it's going to be very economical. And then the cost of running this vehicle is going to be only about 20% of that of using gasoline. So in that sense, I think it's going to be a very, very viable alternative to conventional IC engines.
When are we going to see this come to light and be a reality in South Korea?
You know, we have a very ambitious plan. We started this only this year, but we have a plan to install this in Seoul City. And actually, we're going to be running this in Seoul City next year. So that's a rather ambitious goal, and we think we can meet it. And initially, we only have 3-4 buses running, but if everything proves to be the way that we expect it to be, then chances are we'll have to put in about 1,000 buses a year, because Seoul City has 9,000 buses, and they'll be replacing 1,000 buses each year. So we are hoping that gradually we can replace all the batteries in Seoul City. So we have an agreement with Seoul City to do this.
Well, good luck as you roll out this very brand new technology in South Korea. Mr. Soth, thank you very much for that.
Well, thank you.
Now, as you know, all this week we're keeping our eye on South Korea, and the theme has been building a recovery. We've been learning how South Korea has been managing to avoid the worst of the global economic recession. Up next on World Business Today, we'll be looking at one story in particular. We'll be looking at how the slowdown is forcing South Korea's unions to avoid scenes like what we saw back in August, those terrible riots we saw at the Sangyeong motor plant. Let's go back to CNN Center.
Thanks, Christy. And you've been watching World Report. I'm Asiye Namdar. Stay tuned for World Business Today with Colleen McEdwards.